Hit that like button and let's get into it. The biggest snub in Oscar history was Denzel Washington as Malcolm X. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Al Pacino. He's one of the greatest to ever yell at a camera. But let's be honest, Scent of a Woman wasn't changing lives. Malcolm X was changing history. In 1993, Pacino finally won Best Actor for that movie, a kind of career makeup gift from Hollywood for all the times they didn't give it to him before. That's not an Oscar, that's a coupon. Meanwhile, Denzel and Spike Lee dropped a masterpiece so powerful it felt like scripture, shot in the real streets, filled with real people, telling the story of one of the most misunderstood men in American history. Spike Lee didn't just direct that film, he preached it. He mortgaged his own future to make sure Malcolm's story hit the screen uncut. And Denzel? He didn't act. He became... That wasn't imitation, that was possession. The walk, the cadence, the gaze. That moment when he says we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. That wasn't a movie line, that was a generational call and response. And look, we don't have a problem with Pacino winning, the man's a legend. But line up those two films side by side, no soundtrack, no hype. Just story, spirit, and impact. And tell me which one still echoes 30 years later. That's Denzel. That's Malcolm X. Let's talk numbers. Denzel Washington has been nominated for 10 Academy Awards. He's won 2. The first came for Glory in 1989. Supporting role, great movie, great win. The second, Training Day, 2002. Now, that was the first time in Academy history a black man won Best Actor since Sidney Poitier in 1964. But think about that. 40 years later, they finally handed out for A Crooked Cop. Hollywood couldn't give him one for truth, but they could give him one for corruption. They could celebrate the predator, but not the prophet. So yeah, he's got 2 Oscars. But Malcolm X should have been the first. That was the one that said, we see you, we hear you, we honor your excellence. Instead, they told Denzel, wait your turn. But here's the twist. He never needed that statue. Because while Pacino got applause, Denzel got immortality. The streets quote Malcolm X. The barbershops, the classrooms, the pulpits. That film lives everywhere Oscars can't reach, and maybe that's the real award. To make something that still moves people long after the credits fade. Because gold fades. But legacy? Legacy doesn't rust. This was the biggest snub in Oscar history, and the clearest proof that greatness doesn't need permission. Follow Marcus Farrell live.